hold up is because that's the way it is. So there's that. And like I said, these are really great. I mean, you could keep these and give them in 2 separate gifts.
So they're offering that plus the progesterol and the Ciaga for.
Yes, that's the Valentine's pack.
Dang. Well, see, I couldn't read it. I was in the car when I saw it, and I hadn't had a chance to look at it.
It's $91.39 with tax and shipping and handling.
Right. And it'll be 100 and something if it's for a customer. So February is Heart Health Month. So progesterol, and I have the study. In fact, I've got the study of the Ciaga, and it was the liquid Ciaga, but the liquid Ciaga is an absolute equivalent to this Ciaga. The only difference is there's no sugar in it. It's sweetened with monk fruit. So when we get off tonight, I will go in and I will send you the research that was done on these.
Oh, good.
So why are they important for Heart Health Month? Well, the Ciaga is full of antioxidants, and the more antioxidants you have, the better that it is for your heart because it takes away the free radicals. It has organic elderberry, which is been proven to kill the flu. It's got organic macaque. In Peru and Chile, they use the macaque berry to treat cancer, heart disease, everything. It's got organic raspberry. It's got organic blueberry. The Ciaga means that it has cardiovascular support. It has immune support. It's an adaptogenic, which it revs you up or brings you down, whichever. It's gastrointestinal support. And I'm forgetting the last day, and I'm looking at my sweet husband. I don't think he's remembering either. But anyway, so this is huge. And, you know, if kids really love soft drinks, you don't want them to have one, just get sparkling water, put a scoop in, you've got a carbonated drink. Mm-hmm. And the child is still getting something that's good for them. For adults who like mixed drinks, I'm not a vodka drinker, but it's my understanding that this mixes really, really well with vodka.
That's funny.
Last year when this came out, I actually had where I could make vodka martinis when people came to my things, and they were a big hit. So this is amazing. And you can travel with it. My story that I always tell is that Kathy and Shirley and I were going to Utah 2 years ago, and Jeff, and they were having a flu outbreak. Well, I don't take my flu vaccine, but I took the bottle of it. And the bottle should last a month. Well, the 4 of us drank it in 4 days. And we did that because, and nobody got the flu. So it's a good product. Now, the progesterol, it's our primary heart health support. Progesterol is bitter orange. If somebody looks it up, they might say, oh, bitter orange raises your blood pressure. No, this one doesn't. This is the type that's been studied, and it doesn't raise your blood pressure. With progesterol, the study you're going to see, and that was also with the liquid progesterol, but 2 of these capsules is equal to what you used to get in the liquid. And what it did was they found that it helped normalize blood pressure. It helped bring blood glucose under control, so people that are pre-diabetic. It also helps lower the bad cholesterol and raise the good cholesterol. Now, I'm going to teach you something that you don't have to share, but it will give you some understanding. When I was at the Integrative Health Forum in New York 3 years ago, the doctors there were very clear that none of them recommended statins ever, ever, ever. And what they said is that there is no study that shows a high bad cholesterol is correlated with the heart attacks. What there is research that a low good cholesterol is correlated with heart attacks. And when you take statins and things like that, guess what? They lower both cholesterols. So they never, and cholesterol medication, those statins can make people have holes in their memory where it seems like they're going into dementias. It can give horrible joint pain. I mean, the news about statins is all bad. But what they found with progesterol and no statin, and there's no medication out there that raises good cholesterol, balances blood sugar, and raises good cholesterol, lowers the bad, but this. And I think in this research, it will show you. So they did it without, and it outperformed statins. But they did a second study where they gave progesterol and a statin. So the person was already on a statin. They added this. Guess what? They got even better results with this and a statin. So if you've got somebody that's on a statin and they go, well, I don't need it. Well, have your numbers gotten where you want? No. Well, you might want to try it because, and you can share that research study with them. That's not making a medical claim. You're just sharing a study. And you can tell them to talk to their doctor. Now, I'm a patient advocate. So when I talk to a doctor, here's how I talk to him. You know what? I don't really want to be on your medicines. So I've got a food supplement I want to take. So let me try it, and then you recheck me. I've had 2 people that, now Jeff did that with his doctor and the outcomes were great. He was on the, I don't know if you were on the kickoff call, but he was on, he was pre-diabetic and he had hit a 6 on a fasting glucose once. And if you do that twice, you get the diagnosis of diabetes 2. So he went on the progesterol. He already takes the Ciaga, walking. He also does Jade Greens. But he brought his, within 6 months when he went back the next time, he had brought his blood glucoses down to like 5.6, which was the almost normal range. Well, when he went back last summer, he was 5.2. And he went back and just had blood work again. He was still 5.2. So he is completely out of the pre-diabetic range. Right. The doctor says, he says, you know, your triglycerides are a little high. He says, but, you know, to be honest with you, I'm not worried about your numbers. They look good. I don't want to put you on any medicine. But I had 2 women that had very high cholesterol. One of these went on these, and the doctor said, I'll give you 2 weeks. She was on it 2 weeks, and she came down 50 points in 2 weeks.
That's a lot.
The other one went on this, and she was a young woman in her 30s, but it was really high. Went back in a month, she had brought it down 50 points. Okay. So, these for heart health are great. When I would tell somebody, so you don't want a little pendant and you don't care anything about the earrings, get them and give them to somebody else. I mean, you always have somebody that you're going to need gifts for. Mm-hmm. So you can get them and gift them. But these are 20% off of each one of these, off of what you can get. Now, you can't order that pack on auto ship. You have to get that pack. You've got to just buy it and you pay the shipping. The shipping on it at most is going to be the $10 shipping.
It was $5.40.
$5.40.
Yeah. So are we limited to how many we can purchase?
Huh?
Are we limited to how many we can purchase?
There's not a limit as how many you can purchase. There's not a limit.
Okay.
And I will tell you that both my granddaughter and nieces all are proud owners of one of these little things and the little earrings.
I think I'm going to get one for my daughter-in-law.
Yeah,
I'll have to ship it to Florida, but
yeah,
I don't think it'll come before they leave Monday.
Those earrings would probably help somebody with ADHD.
They could be good for that. The other thing is that, and I don't know how close it is to the acupressure point, but like if people are trying to stop smoking, that can be helpful if they're trying to cut down on eating. Like I said, there's points in the ear. Now, whether it's close enough, I don't know, but those are things that I've heard people say that when they wear these, it's good for migraines. I've had several pairs through the year. The bad part with me is that I just don't wear a lot of gold. I wear a lot of silver, and I've got some of the Nikken ones up there. In fact, I got to start wearing those again because I loved the earrings when I had those in.
What if they're nickel free?
Yes, all of our jewelry is nickel free.
Ooh, oh, good. Then that means I can wear them.
Yeah, all of our jewelry is nickel free.
Great.
And for you all that don't know, this silver necklace is stainless. And so every morning I hop right in the shower. I never take this thing off. Now tonight I'll take it off long enough to take this off, because a lot of times this necklace right here is a great necklace to hang little dangles on and wear with it. And this is, if you like a lot of, I like weird jewelry rather than I do regular jewelry. If you have a Michaels, you can go in, and Michaels has all kinds of really cool little things that you can get that you can hang on a necklace. And they're like $8 to $10. I mean, they're super cheap and they look great. They look like if it were hanging in, a department store, pay $20, $25 for it. So I've got several of those that I've gotten, and I put them on this because I just like something. But I take off whatever I've got hanging, but I wear it at night because it also helps me sleep. But then in the morning, just hop right in the shower. You don't ever have to take it off. It's good for men and it's good for women, which became a real issue because my dad's having some memory issues and I wanted him to wear it. And my stepmom wanted to convince him that it was a women's necklace and he shouldn't be wearing it. And so it's just been kind of crazy. But he says it's really hard to get on and off. And I said, that's right. You put it on and you don't take it off.
Right.
The gold one is plated. Of course, not gold. So the gold one is plated. So please don't get in the shower with it because you will mess it up. So that will not be good.
So the black one like this is okay, but not the silver. I have the silver one like you have the gold.
Silver you can wear, not the gold.
Oh, I don't even have the gold one. I have the silver one, so I'm
The
good.
silver one, you can shower in it every day.
Sweet.
You don't ever have to take it off. A friend of mine, I didn't even realize that. A friend of mine said it's stainless. She said, don't bother to take it off. She said, I've showered. And we were at an airport when she was telling me, I looked and said, I wouldn't know that wasn't you. In fact, it probably, to be honest with you, if you're showering with it every day, it's like your stainless steel silverware. It keeps it clean.
Yeah.
So
these, the other thing that you really want to be focusing on is the filters. So look back and think through who's ever bought a water bottle from you, who's ever bought a water system. One of the things that happens is people have the water system and they don't know that they've got to change the filters, and it starts being sluggish and they think, oh, it's something's, it's just not going to work anymore. So we really need to be contacting the people that we sell things for that have filters and letting them know so that they can keep them going. And that's a lot of money that people lose because they don't get those filters changed. And most of the time they don't get them changed because the people don't realize. In fact, I felt really bad because last year I had a woman contact me that bought a water system from me 3 years ago. And she says, do I never ever need to change the filter? And I was like, yeah, like,
Yeah.
and so I told her, but somebody put out on Facebook, people stop using them, but I think they stop using them because they don't know that they need to change the filter. And a lot of times they don't know that they need to clean them out because you need to, take it, open it up and wipe it out and all. You need to do that really about once a month.
Mm-hmm.
now you tell me.
Pardon?
Now you tell me.
Yeah, you need to do that. I've seen you've got the video, and I can send those out to you all again. But there is a video about the care of the water system.
I need that. I need to see that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have mine and I haven't cleaned it. I just keep dumping water in it and purifying it and drinking it.
But you do need to do that because it will get
I haven't cleaned it.
Okay.
But my water still tastes good and it still comes out just fine. And I didn't put any stuff in mine. Mine's just regular water, no Ciaga. Yeah.
And I'll send you the one that shows how to put it together. Ruth Lowe made that one.
Yeah, I need to send that one to Paul. You need to send that one to Paul.
Yeah. Well, Jeff will just put it together for him. That's what I've got to find the time to do. And then there was something else, the putting it together, the cleaning it out. People that have an air filtration system, about once a month, they need to take the front off and vacuum it.
Okay, good, because I probably had mine now about a month. Okay, and I
Kimball.
swear by that thing. It's right outside of my bathroom, and I take a shower. And if I put any kind of little spray on, hairspray, any kind of spray, that thing kicks into overdrive.
Roy
Mine
Dickens, Roy Dickens loves that air system like nobody I've ever sold one to.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I've got mine in the hallway right in front of the intake, because I figure that's the best place for it in the hall. It's in between mine and Ryan's rooms,
Yeah.
and it's right in front of the intake. So that way it cleans all the air before it ever goes through the heat system.
Oh, that's good. That's very good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
So
Yes.
I have a request. MC and I were chatting back and forth about this call tonight. And since she's never really experienced one where we're just running through it, do you think Barbara could just kind of do the introduction in her part so MC would see what she would be doing if she took on the leadership of a call and hosting it?
Sure. I mean, I offered that when we got started, and
No, I know. I know there are always good things to do that don't waste our time, but I think this would be helpful. It doesn't have to be the whole call. It can just be just a few minutes to let her see what Barbara would be saying.
okay.
So what do you want me to do? I mean, do you want me to go through the screens?
Yes, just kind of give, MC is new to this, and she at one point will want to host, and just kind of let her see what you're doing. So
Well, MC, we have a script for the whole thing that I can send you.
Right. And there's 58 slides, so it's not like a quick kind of thing, but yeah.
Did I send you the right thing? I'm not sure. Okay.
I know
Well,
if you tell me to share a screen, I'll share it and you can see.
Okay. Because there's usually no sharing, so I don't think you've got the script. I looked in the thing and just sent it to you.
You sent me a PowerPoint presentation, darling.
No, it's not a PowerPoint.
Well, it's basic training 6T, new month, new goals, live it.
No, that's not it.
Oh my God. Well, I fixed it for you. It doesn't have any typographical errors in it now.
Send it back to me and I'll save it.
Well, then I don't know what I'm saying because she didn't send me the right script. So
okay. Betty, do you have the script? Because I went through and it said script for the thing, and that I had sent that to you. So
Do I have it?
Uh-huh.
Let me look. Well, you know what? I'm on my iPad, but I think I do. I think that I've copied it off.
I sent this to all of you a while back.
Let me see.
Now,
if
I had the
can
one
do
about the jelly beans, but it went way back.
That's the jelly.
Yeah, that's it.
I have that, but that went way back.
Yeah, but that is it.
That's it.
Well, that's not what you sent me today.
Well, I thought it was. When I looked back through my email and found where I had sent that to Betty, and I cloned it and sent it to you.
Okay, well, that's not what I got. I got a PowerPoint presentation that says basic training 6T, new month, new goals, live it.
No,
and what's the goal of a wellness coach? That's what it starts out with. Create a larger wellness community.
Yeah, that's not it.
All right, well, good. I can close this now because I still had it up so I could present the 58 slides that I fixed for you.
I was wondering what you were saying about that, and I was thinking slides.
Yeah, there's 58 of them, and I went through the whole thing and read them all and fixed all the errors in it, and yeah.
Well, good. I'm going to get you to do that one night once we finish.
I'll send it back to you so you'll have the corrected one.
Well, if you want some good news, I found out today I'm moving to Yorktown, Virginia in June.
All right. Yay!
So that's going to help me in this business so much because there might be one or two times I could lead while I'm on the West Coast, but just the time difference, I get off work at 6 usually. So the only reason I've been in calls all week is just because I'm in quarantine. So when I move in 3 weeks, and then I move again in June. So prayers appreciated. It's gonna be hectic, but the end goal
Where are you going in June?
to Yorktown, Virginia.
Oh, that's when you're moving to Yorktown. Okay. And you're where now?
I'm in Oceanside, California.
Okay. All right.
That's gonna
Because
be a
you're military,
switch.
right?
Say again?
You're in the military?
Yes, I'm in the Marine Corps.
My son's in the military. He's home right now. I haven't seen him in almost 2 years, so I get that. But he's getting ready to move to Florida. He leaves Monday, and he and his wife are going to be in at Eglin Air Force Base. He's in the Air Force.
Okay, nice. I was supposed to move to Miami, but then last week they gave me a call and said I was probably moving to Virginia. So
yeah, Virginia's better than Miami. Yeah. Miami is just Cuba. So, yeah.
How far will you be from home, MC?
I think 4 hours.
Is it 4?
Where's home?
Martinsville.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it's 3.5 to Richmond. So
it's a lot closer than California.
Oh yeah.
It's a 6-hour drive. Hopefully I'll have a week to drive it. Last time I drove it in 3 and never again.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. And that way you're not too far from any of us either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
and
right.
on the same
You're
time
actually closer to me than you are to home. 3 hours and 29 minutes.
Yay.
We might have to go to Yorktown.
Say again?
After COVID, we might have to go to Yorktown.
That would be fun.
I know it.
That would be lots of fun.
Guiltwood anywhere is going to be fun.
Yeah.
You ain't kidding.
Well, I think that's great news.
Williamsburg is a lot of fun. I grew up near there, so I went to Yorktown, Williamsburg, Jamestown, all of that all the time.
See, I love Williamsburg.
Me too.
And there's a restaurant there. I hope it made it through COVID. Food for Thought, and that is my favorite restaurant ever.
That sounds neat.
It is a very neat, unusual place, and it has all these wonderful historical quotes all around it. And they have delicious food.
Mm.
I sent a friend there in the spring. She went up there. She and her husband haven't locked down quite as hard as Jeff and I have. And oh my gosh, she said that was the best food that they ate when they were there. It's just an amazing place.
Sounds great.
Yeah, see, I love Gatlinburg, and we went to eat at Bubba Gump Shrimp Place.
Oh yeah.
When we went a couple of years ago, man, that place was good.
I love Gatlinburg.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the last trip that I got to take with my son. The last time I saw him, whenever they were home last year, like 2 years ago in March.
Yeah.
We took a short trip to Gatlinburg for a few days, and it was really nice. So we ate at a bunch of, that was pre-COVID. We actually got to go in restaurants and eat like in Margaritaville and Bubba Gump's and places like that. So it's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
We walked everywhere because our hotel was close enough around that we could just walk on the strip. It was great.
I love that.
I was the old person with all the young children.
Have you got it? Have you found it, Betty?
Oh, well, I didn't look on my, because I'm on my iPad, so I was afraid I'd lose y'all.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I can.
I can just join in a few weeks and see it another time.
And I'll tell you what, I will find it. Like I said, I went through today because I sent it out to everybody, and I don't remember what I named it, so I didn't find it. I have so many documents.
All right, I'm going to see if I can get it. I'll see if I can do it without cutting us off.
I might can. Hold on. Let me see if I have, I just have to, if the dang ladybugs was off my screen. I'm overrun with ladybugs, y'all. I know they're supposed to be good luck, but they're really annoying. It gets a little bit warm and I have ladybugs everywhere. Now that I know what it's called, I can find it.
You know what it's called? I don't.
No, it was something. If I search jelly bean, it's gonna come up because it's in the body of it.
Oh, okay. But when I search jelly bean, it doesn't pull up for me. It pulls up just the jelly bean game.
Oh.
Well, I didn't intend on making it such a big deal, but I'm glad that we didn't have a guest on, because those 58 slides weren't what we planned.
No, not at all. But I was ready.
Yeah.
I even went to I went through the whole slideshow, looked at it, everything. It's like, really? Seriously? Oh my gosh, whatever. It's fine. I don't sweat it.
Well.
Let's see.
I'm looking.
Here it is. Came right up at the top. I got it.
Okay. You want to go through it?
Where did it go? Hold on. There it is. Okay. Preview. Da, 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 da. Okay, Laugh, Learn, Interest Break. Welcome. We are so glad you're joining us today. You could have been many places, and we're honored that you chose to be with us. It says parties are fun and games make them more fun. Today we're going to play the jelly bean game to get started. You get to figure out what kind of jelly bean you are.
Okay, and so stop a minute, so I'll explain. So the jelly bean game is a personality test, and it's a fun one. And the idea is that if you've got a guest on, or if you're presenting, you want to pay really close attention. It's got about an 89% validity on it. So it's not great, but it's going to give you information. And so what you want to do is when people play, you want to kind of make a note as a consultant of which kind of jelly bean they are. If you're the presenter, you want to think about what people say they are, because as you're presenting, you want to think about the words you're using and how it would appeal to them. Because somebody that's a purple jelly bean like me, you want to appeal to the passion. If they're a green jelly bean like Kathy, you want to let them know we have recognition for hard work, because these are hard workers that like to get recognition. You know, so you listen to the colors and that gives you information, and it's fun, but it doesn't, people don't have a lot of, they don't, you know, it doesn't mean that much to them. They don't feel like, you know, that they're being analyzed or they're giving you any kind of data for anything. So it's a game, but it's giving you information that you can utilize as you do your presentation. Go on, dear.
Okay. Wait, just before you go on, I want to straighten out something about that jelly bean color. When we were over in Martinsville, the first time I ever did that jelly bean game, I chose the color orange and Lynn chose the color green. And I was so happy with the orange, but I couldn't remember the color I chose. Green was Lynn's choice. Orange is mine.
Well, every time we've played it since, you've said green, and it's not bad to be. See, every color of jelly bean is fine. It's nothing wrong with the color that you choose.
But the first time we played, I chose the color of jelly bean because of the flavor I like, not because of the color.
Oh, that's the other thing. When you have them do it, tell people don't choose flavor. You choose the color, because that's what it's done. It's done on color psychology.
Right. But see, the first time I picked, purple is my favorite color. So, of course, I'm going to pick purple. But I picked white because I like the white jelly beans.
I just sent you that back, Kimball.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Go on, dear. I just wanted to, we're doing it this way. I wanted to know why we do what we're doing.
Okay. So you want to think about which color jelly bean you like the best. It's either black, white, yellow, orange, red, pink, orange, green, purple. Okay. So you hold, I'm supposed to be holding up jelly beans, but I don't have any jelly beans. So have my imaginary jelly beans, I'm holding up a different color. So you pick which color of jelly bean that you like. So, and it says, reminded, it's not the color, Remind them it's about the color, not the flavor. So see, that's where I go wrong because I like the white jelly beans. What can I say? But purple is my color. So who had a white or black jelly bean? Anybody? All right. What about yellow jelly bean? How about orange jelly bean? I know somebody's just said orange.
I'll take that orange.
Okay. All right. You guys are cheerful and good natured. You have the ability to get along well with almost anyone. You're friendly and you have a ready smile. You usually have a quick wit. You're fluent, often eloquent, and profound in speech.
Wow.
You do not like to be left alone. You know, this thing is describing me, and I did not pick orange. Enjoy life and inspire others to reach their highest potential. So that's the orange jelly bean. Okay, sound like you?
I think it does.
All right. Then next we've got red and pink. All right. All right, Betty, here's you. You're courageous and your energy seems boundless. You smile much of the time. If you see somebody not smiling, you'll ask what their problem is. You genuinely care about people and become involved in others' problems. You're highly influenced by others and you share their sadness or grief. You make decisions with feelings. You act on impulses of the heart. You spend a great deal of time on the phone, usually listening to others. And you're a sensitive, enthusiastic, it says sensitive, enthusiastic friends and lovers.
Ooh.
That sounds like me. Kathy, you look like you're in outer space.
I know. I just went up to the moon to watch the call tonight.
Hey, there's worse places you could be. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the Wi-Fi is that good. I'm impressed. It must be the Space Force. They're doing some good things.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So violet is next. So is violet different than purple, or is that the same thing, Kim?
Same thing. Violet.
Okay, so that's us, girlfriend. That is us.
Yeah.
We are flirty and passionate. We're highly creative and highly excitable. We have new ideas and are visionaries. Short attention spans, can't stay put for a long time. That's absolutely me. Disorganized, which I'm not disorganized. Disorganized, often choosing to close doors rather than deal with the organization. I get that because I will throw stuff in the closet. Procrastinators who thrive on chaos, enjoy the challenges of different problems, have a problem dealing with highly structured time, questioning when given an assignment, ask why it must be done a certain way, and want to do it differently. That's definitely me. Set high standards for themselves and choose who works for them. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds like us, Kimball.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Then we have anybody green, or I think we got everybody, didn't we? Then you got green is left. So, not just one color, but one color is usually dominant. So as you probably heard some of the other things that you might think, oh, I've got that too, but it's about the dominant traits is what it is. So did you learn anything new about you? Huh? Okay. Now at good parties, you always get a goodie bag, and we want any of our guests. Oh, we don't have goodie bags. I can skip that part.
But we always have goodie bags. If you want to make your own goodie bags and send them to your person, you can do that. If you don't, I think it costs me about $5 to put all the goodies together and mail them. I'll be happy to do that. But I like for everybody that comes to get a goodie bag. What they're going to get is they're going to get a little piece of tape and a little thing that tells them how to use it. They're going to get a little thing of CM cream, a little sample of that and how to use it. Because what I learned was I gave these at one time at a party, and the person got home and they said, I've got this stuff and I've got no idea what I do with it. Mm-hmm. So those things, and I have them, and they're in a little mesh bag, red or purple usually, and I mail them out. And so and so we asked people to put their email, their mailing address, and their telephone number in the thing. If we may or may not keep doing that, because I network all the time and I'm online, and so everybody does that. But what I find is that people outside of the business world seem really totally freaked out about putting their information in a chat. So it may be that just the person that invited them needs to get that from them.
Because I'm military, when I get over to the East Coast and I give gifts or do a raffle or whatever I do, I'm going to use the protein shaker bottle and then put KT tape in that, because that's like the perfect gift for an athlete.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because the shaker bottle doesn't cost too much. So.
Yeah. And they're good. I love my shaker bottle.
That's a good idea.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, now that they have the masks and the hand sanitizer and whatnot, I mean, they have more cheap items than they did a year and a half ago.
And I bought a tube of the CM cream because, I mean, a little bit goes a long way. And online, you can order, Kimball turned me on to this, some little bitty, like screw top little things. And you don't put a whole lot in it. You don't fill it up, but you can actually send a little sample of the
Here's some right behind me.
I've got a ton of them.
Yeah, these little things right here.
Yeah.
EPA free. And so you just open them, squeeze it in, and screw the top on. And people love that. Don't give them too much, because CM goes a long way. So you don't want to be too chintzy, but you don't want to give them too much either.
And Kimball, the thing is, I was thinking about it. You could even put a scoop or two of the chocolate shake mix or the Ciaga.
Now, let me tell you what you do with that. Is that there's Tommy Tubby or Tubby Tommy. There are these little things for you to carry baby formula in. And I got this from Rick Murphy's wife. And so you buy those, and it's not quite as much as 2 scoops, but it's pretty daggone close. And I fill that up, and then I put it on, because around Christmas, I give people a shaker with one of the things of shake mix in it. That's a great gift.
And what do you call it?
I think it's Tommy Tubby, or hang on.
Tommy Tippy.
Tommy Tippy.
You can get it on Amazon. They're a little more than $1 a piece.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what
seeing is believing, but trying it
is fine.
That's right.
Now, see, at Christmas cards, and you can do this with a thank you card too, I'll send like a couple of people that I had talked to about the CM cream and the tape. I couldn't send them CM cream in a Christmas card, but I cut a couple strips of tape and put that in their Christmas card this year and sent it to them.
Very good.
One lady has fibromyalgia, and so she can't use, she's got a pacemaker too, and she can't use like the magnets and stuff, but she can use the CM cream. So, and the tape.
Now, how long will that cream stay fresh in that little screw thing?
About 6 months. About 6 months.
Yeah,
it will dry up and deteriorate. I found that.
No, it doesn't. You can take it out and put it on. It's just it turns into something that looks like jelly. I mean, it still works. It just
I had some in the car, and I guess it got too hot, and they just kind of.
Now hot is not good.
Well, I just washed them and cleared them out and reused them.
Yeah.
Because it almost looked like Vaseline in there or something. It was kind of weird, but anyway, I threw it away.
It dried up is what it did. It lost its moisture.
It is.
And it's a fatty ester. Acetylmyristoliate is a fatty ester. So what happened is everything came out and you were looking at the fatty substance.
Oh, okay. Well, I got rid of everything but the fat then. Yeah. But I swear by that CM cream. I put it on all sorts of things. I get a rash. I burned myself and put it on a burn, and I couldn't believe how quick it took the burn out, and it was good.
Yeah.
You can stick your hand in your wrap, like your knee wrap. And
that's the very best thing for burn is to put the infrared on it.
Oh, my wrap? Well, see, yeah, but I burned my fingers, so I don't know how good that would have been anyway. Well, next time
that's what I did.
I put the CM cream on it because that's just what I had handy. It was sitting on the bar. and I burned my finger, and I realized I didn't have aloe here. So I thought, okay, let's see what the CM cream would do. And I was like, oh, and I put it on there, and it didn't burn anymore. Took the burn out of it, and it healed pretty quick. So
Stick it right in that wrap, and it will not blister.
No, because it's going to lower the temperature, the surface temperature.
I know that now. Now I'll do that next time.
All right, go on, Barbara.
All right, hold on. I got to find my thing again. I minimized it so I could see y'all. Okay. Okay, I promised you would learn something useful and fun today. I'm part of Nikin's global wellness community that has been around for 45 years and in 40 different countries. One man who had a family problem started Nikin. Mr. Masuda was a simple man who worked as a bus dispatcher. He had a son born with a problem and he needed surgeries. He couldn't afford it. He looked for something that he could bring to the world that would provide the money for his son's surgery. He saw the research that was being done on magnetic deficiency syndrome in Japan, and he and a friend of his created the first magnetic insoles and the Nikin company. With that one product, Nikin sold $1 billion worth of insoles only on the island of Japan. I mean, that's a lot. And my son just came back from Japan. Japan ain't that big. Not the little island, it's a smaller place. The company then began to create other products to help families create a wellness home and live a better life naturally. One man, one family, one problem, and one solution created the global wellness community that changed lives in 40 countries and is still doing so over 45 years later. That's pretty cool, I think. So I'm going to introduce you to a couple of the energy technologies that I love in Nikin. So what am I introducing that we hadn't already talked about?
Well, we're really leading with water unless there's somebody that's already been to one. That's where we want to start off with, is the water, because the water is the product. That's, the water is a product where you can show people how they can make money the fastest. And for everybody on here, if you sell 2 water systems with the new compensation plan, then you're going to get that extra amount, because it's silvers and down will make more money. And so what we want to do is that is the best seller in the company. It's my best seller personally, but it's number 3 for the company. It also is a product that if someone gets and becomes a consultant, that then you want to do your follow-up, and it's an ongoing stream of income because people have to get their filters. So I think the water is a place. It is also the number 1 seller in Latin America.
Well, everybody's got dirty water. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So city water, dirty water, is kind of the same thing.
The special, like selling 2, that's in a month's time, In a
month.
In a month.
Mm-hmm.
Sell 2, you make more. Sell 3, you make more. Sell 4, you make the most. And down in Latin America, those gals sell water systems like you wouldn't believe, because that's their goal every month, is how many water systems they can sell.
Well, I'm telling you, when you start looking at how much it costs to do any other kind of like filtration system in your house, and one thing, a lot of people have the false misconception that if they have a Brita pitcher or a Brita filter, that they're doing the same thing the Nikin water system does, and it is absolutely not the same. Yeah. So that's one of the things that I make sure, because some people are saying, oh, well, I have filtered water. I'm like, what do you use? Do you have a system in your house? What do you pay for? Oh, no, I got one of those Brita filters or a Brita filter on my tap. And I'm like, no, you need to Google what Brita filters do.
Yeah, Gunny called me at lunch.
Totally different. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I meant to mention it when y'all talked about the mask. I had to have a root canal last week, and I took my Nikin mask and put 3 power chips in it, and there was comfort there coming home. It was great.
That's a great idea too. Thanks for sharing.
Yes, it is.
I'll do the.
I saw that. I'm gonna go inspect the rest of the guys.
I think we lost MC. There we go. Now she's back. Yeah, but no, the water is great. Believe me, look, can you see the little ladybug on my glass? I drank all my water, but now I got a ladybug trying to drink my water.
That's not a smart ladybug.
Hmm?
That's not a smart ladybug because the water's gone.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. But I got ladybugs everywhere. I've already had 3 land on my computer, and I've got, let's see, there's 3 sitting on my table right now. I vacuum them every day. There's even one on the ceiling. I don't know if you can see the one on the ceiling right above the light. Let's see. Can you see
When
that?
they start, they get everywhere.
I have them. I don't know what the deal is, but they're everywhere at my house. If you let it get the least bit warm, that and stink bugs. I have stink bugs too, but the stink bugs are nowhere near what the ladybugs are. Ladybugs are awful.
Yeah, they
I
are.
probably sweep up. I have to sweep every morning. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 that I can see in the floor right now that I have to sweep up in the morning. That's not counting the 4 that are on the table and the 1 in my glass. And then I don't even know how many are on the ceiling. I mean, they're everywhere. There's 2 I see on the ceiling. Yeah. Everywhere. Ladybugs.
Well, we've got a great opportunity in front of us for this month. I can't wait to see March because I have this embedded memory from 2017 when I was new into NECAN, and Jeff and Kimball came up, and MC, I think once you see Kimball enough, you'll realize she dresses for the occasion. And in March, it was St. Patrick's Day. So she and Jeff came up dressed to the hilt, and we had a meeting with a woman up on Mount Cross Road, and her 5-year-old grandson was there, and he was so polite and so quiet, and he raised his hand. He said, "May I ask a question?" And Kimball said, "Yes." And she said, "Are you a real leprechaun?"
I remember that. That was so funny.
That was cute.
I don't think I'll ever forget that. And he was so taken with both of them.
Yep, those were good days. Those were good days.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Cute.
Well, I guess we do need to figure out how we're going to do things. You know, the school systems have figured out how to be part, what do they call it? Part in person and part remote. And I guess we need to figure out a way that we can have.
But you know, the reason they're able to do that is they say that the children don't get it, but teachers do. Cece shared with me that in her child's elementary school, which is kindergarten through 8th grade, there's only 10 teachers now that aren't quarantined or sick. And everybody else there is a substitute or what they call a teacher extender. And I mean, you all can, if you want, do some in-person things up there, but I'm not in favor. I know I'm not doing anything until after. I mean, if you had somebody that was one-on-one, and when spring comes, we can do some things outside.
Right. Well, that's what I was looking at.
Yeah.
We have a couple of months lead to kind of have our thoughts of what we would do. And it might be something as simple as going to a city park and setting up at a picnic table, and there would be no cost and plenty of airflow.
Yeah. Yeah, because
that matters. You could even do it at your house if you did it outside.
Yeah, you could do it in the backyard.
Yeah.
But at some point, somebody's going to have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So
I got woods on 2 sides of my house. It's okay. So does Kimball. No problem. We can get some of those little buckets like you use at the beach.
Yeah.
Take your little bucket into the woods. Yeah.
Get that pretty kitty litter and see if they have anything that needs checking.
Yeah. You know, I'm just joking, but yeah. I actually live not even a half a mile from a park.
Which park do you live close to?
Graham Municipal Park.
Okay. I've been to the Burlington City Park.
Well, I like the Burlington City. I grew up just around the corner from the Burlington City Park. Okay. Where we had the beautiful Denzel Carousel.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
It was closed the last year. This past year, they didn't have the Carousel Festival because of COVID, but the previous year it was closed because they were remodeling it, like renovating it. And so then they didn't get to have they had the Carousel Festival, but then they didn't have it this past year because of COVID. So
yeah,
I haven't been in 2 years because I wasn't going to go if I couldn't go ride the carousel. That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It only costs 75 cents for a ride ticket.
Well,
yeah, it is.
Well, I have enjoyed this, and I appreciate y'all's flexibility.
No problem.
And the right person always gets on at the right time, and tonight was proof of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if y'all are aware that Brody Craney has changed his format. He does his 7 o'clock to about 7:20 or 7:30 call on his technology, whatever he's speaking about. Then he cuts the recording off and he does a few minutes of another segment. And then he cuts that off, and about 8 o'clock is when he has a call for new people that are interested in NECANN, and then he does that call. So he's sort of expanded his reach in what he's offering. And I happened on it totally by accident. I just wanted to hear the 7 o'clock call, and the way he just transitioned one into another, I always thought, well, this is pretty cool. So if any of y'all have heard Brody before, he is pretty good. And he does, I think I'm probably going to try to, well, I'm probably too late tonight. He's pretty much on time for new people when he, gets on. But anytime that we're not having a call here on Thursday nights together, I probably will be trying Brody's call just to keep that rhythm and experience going. I want to keep Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights open. And I think those are my evenings that will be committed, and we'll see how that goes.
That's good. All righty, ladies. We are going to end up for tonight. I hope you all have a good one, and see you next week. And I think the gal will get up the stuff for the call on Your Badass tomorrow. I've sent her the stuff, and so as soon as it does, I'll let you know that it's posted.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, wonderful night.